Using order flow with candlesticks literally feels like cheating. This improves my entries, gives me a better understanding of the market, and overall increases my edge. And overall helps me to stay on the right side of the trade. Let's dive into it. The three most important candlesticks for me: confirmation candles, rejection candles, and indecision candles. It speaks for itself. This confirmation candle, super bullish. We open here, we close on top, super bullish. Without order flow, you can see this is a very bullish candle, and the same for the bearish one. We open here, we sell off, we close on the bottom, super bearish candle. 99% of the time, this is a confirmation candle. We need a little bit more information to make it a real confirmation candle, but in this example, usually these are the confirmation candles. We have the rejection candles, or the hammers, what they call them. In what context you put them, in a downtrend, in an uptrend, you can clearly see we reject and we close low. We might have some bearish order flow on top. And the same for the bullish one. We open here, we sell off, we pick back up. There might be some bullish order flow here, but just looking at the naked chart, this looks like a bullish rejection, and the prior one a bearish rejection. The indecision candles, this is basically where the market stalls out. It's waiting for decision. Naked wise, you just see there's not much going on. We're waiting for more information. We're waiting for a bullish confirmation candle or a bearish one, in this case, to confirm direction. Again, without order flow, it doesn't tell us much, but let's put on some bullish order flow. All right, bullish order flow. So same candles. Let's just go over them. So the bullish one, the market opens here, the market rips up, we close on top, and in the meantime we see big buyers step in. And the most important part about this order flow read is that the market closes above the big buyers, so that confirms this candle, right? In this bearish example, we open up here, we sell off, we close here, but we start to see one, buyer step in, and two, we close above the big buyers here. So there's signs of absorption. This doesn't mean the move is going to reverse 100%, but it's just like warning signs that starts to go off here. The rejection candles, even though we still reject top side, we still find buyers on the low here, and we still close above. This is important. We find the buyers on the bottom, and we still close above. Now again, same thing as that prior bearish candle. There's more confirmation needed for price to confirm that this is absorption, but these are the warning signs I wait for example. And then we have the bullish rejection. So we open here, we initially sell off, heavy selling stepping in here. The market picks back up, we find buyers, and we close above. So there's a passive buyer stepping in here on the bottom, like heavy selling going on, but unable to follow through, which creates absorption in the market, and we close above, super bullish. And then again, same thing for the dojis or the indecision candles. We try to sell off on the bottom with heavy selling, and if even without heavy buying stepping in, we can basically confirm there's a passive buyer holding the market up and buying it up. And the same for the bullish candle. The color in these dojis, they're basically not relevant. All right, some bearish examples. All right, some bearish examples. So again, on the confirmation side, this bullish candle, same thing as in prior bearish example. We in this case, the buyers are unable to keep pushing through, and price closes below the big orders. In itself, this is not that bearish, but it's warning signs that there's potential absorption. going on here. Obviously, the next candle can just rip up and continue. In this case, it still means buyers are still willing to pay higher prices. There's more confirmation needed to make it really bearish, but again, warning signs. The bearish candle, very obviously, we are opening here, ripping down, heavy selling, stepping in. And the most important part is that we close below the big sellers. Very, very bearish. Super good confirmation candle here. Hey, on the rejection side, we have this bearish hammer. The market pushes up, a lot of buying, unable to follow through. We close here. Signs of absorption kicking in here. The bullish hammer on top, the buyer step in, price closes below. Again, in the bullish scenario, it doesn't mean that we are going to reject here, but there's warning signs for absorption because we close below, depending the market environment here. And then the two dojis, same thing as the prior dojis. The color here is not relevant, but what we see here on the read is that price pushes up. We find a lot of buying and price unable to continue from this. Close below, again, potential absorption in this level. I think that was that really quick. Maybe some live examples, some examples on the chart. Let's see what we got here. This was last Friday. So absorption here on the top last Friday. Market bullishly pushing up. You can see the buyer step in, price closing above, bullishly pushing through. Initially heavy selling stepping in here, price pushes through one more time. Big buyers here on top, and we sell off, and we basically confirm a local top here with this confirmation candle, confirming it that these buyers on top are trapped. And afterwards, when we revisit this absorption level, the market rejects once again. Initially, we have like a bullish hammer here. This example, the market confirms upside here, creates a higher low. We create some indecision here. The market tries to sell off. Heavy selling going on here. But the market closes above. This is still a very bullish thing until the market confirms below this level. The buyers are in control. So initially it looked still very good for upside until obviously we hit this absorption level on the top. That was the key takeaway there on Friday. See if you can find some more. Obviously some super bearish candles. Seller stepping in, price closing on the low, still super bearish. Here on this level there was a lot of action here, but the key takeaway, price closes below everything. Still super bearish. In this case, you see like a big order or like a big player selling it. Price is closing above. There's warning signs, but at the same time, we have this indecision candle next with the heavy buying on top. Price closes below, so still super bearish. In this case, price hitting the prior POC, high volume node. A lot of business being done here, a lot of indecision here. Chopping around a little bit, but eventually showing absorption, closing below big players, continuation. See if we can find some trapped sellers here. Because hindsight 2020, obviously, but just reading some candles here. Market sells off. We find buyers. Initially here we have the heavy selling and price closes above. again, warning signs of potential absorption. But then again, on the other side, heavy buying stepping in here and price closing back below. So this means basically stay away, because like there's indecision. This literally means indecision until one side confirms. Again, the next one, a indecision candle, buying on top, unable to close above, buying below, unable to close above, barely, but again, still indecision here. Then we try to sell off, heavy selling going on here, price holding on to that level. This becomes the absorption level, and it gets confirmed. I mean, especially in this candle here. This could have been an entry candle, but I would like to see some more information. Yeah, this one would have been the entry candle or the confirmation candle. Price rips up, heavy buying, closing above, super bullish. This confirms that structure. So eventually price, again, against that prior POC here, price super bullish, ripping up. In this case, we start to see or notice some absorption. We get a key level here. Price pushes super hard. You can see the big buyers here, and price is unable to close above. Warning signs. Again, on itself, it doesn't mean a lot because price can just rip back up. Buyers are still willing to buy higher prices, so that's still a bullish thing, but warning signs. And then the next candle, again, we see the big buyers, still a bullish candle, even though close below these big buyers, but warning signs. And then we start to see seller step in, and then once we confirm this structure as a local top, which happens when we close a bearish candle completely on the prior candle, which happens here. So this is, for me, is the confirmation candle to the downside. This confirms a local top or a lower high regarding prior structure, obviously. This basically becomes a valid entry, stop above the absorption. The absorption level is a good protection level, and or wait for next setups. Because you can see it here in the next candle, price tries to sell off with heavy sellers here. Price closes bullishly, but it doesn't confirm. Confirmation candles for me are when we close completely above the prior candle. So this is still in that prior range from that candle. Next candle opens, immediately heavy selling stepping in, selling off, heavy sellers continue to push, and we close completely below. So this is one powerful confirmation candle. We see heavy selling, order flow, and the candle tells us we confirm structure because we close below the prior candle completely. Super good confirmation candle in this one. We sell off. And then eventually in this candle, you see the heavy selling. Next candle opens up, bullish buying. So when we close, even though we don't close above the prior candle, it's not necessarily a confirmation candle, but order flow wise, we basically confirm that these are trapped once we close above these orders here. I like to see more information. I like to see a close above the prior candle for a confirmation candle. In this case, yeah, let's continue. See if you can find some more good examples. In this case, super bullish candle, a lot of buying in the wick, unable to push through, closes below. This turns into a potential absorption level. Here on the bottom, this hammer candle, we try to sell off, heavy selling, we close above. You also can see this heavy seller here, this heavy seller, we close above, these become trapped, price reverses. Here in this indecision candle, price tries to sell off, heavy selling on the bottom of the wick, unable to push through, turns into a absorption level or a potential absorption level. This one too, key level, prior range low, price is pushing against it, heavy selling, heavy buying going on, unable to close above those levels. This turns into potential absorption. And the rest was really, really choppy. Anyways, I wanted to put out some quick examples. I hope they're useful. If you want more videos like this, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.